you can relax. That's the name of our podcast.
Hello, welcome to Relax the Podcast. It's been a while. I'm Colleen Ballinger, here with my wonderful, handsome, beautiful, sexy, perfect co-host, Erik Stocklin. And this is Relax the Podcast.
Hi, Colleen.
Hi, Lovey. How are you? I'm just great. How are you?
Same, yeah.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
A little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. But I've missed hanging out with you and talking to you.
Oh, same.
Why did that seem like you were lying?
Well, I've seen you in this time.
Yeah. No, I know, of course. But I mean, like...
We haven't done this, though.
We haven't done this.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean?
So let's do it.
Let's do it. So should we just jump right into it and say who we think needs to relax this week?
Who do you think?
Well, so many things. Should I go first?
Uh-huh. I mean, it wasn't rhetorical.
Well, I don't know if you wanted to go first. Sometimes you like to go first.
Oh, no, thank you.
Okay. Mine's quick anyway.
Okay.
Narwhals need to
That wasn't what I was expecting.
Well,
I don't know
like
what
to
I
shock
expected,
people.
but I didn't think it would be narwhals.
Well, here's the thing. It has been in my phone in a notes app moment. You know, you can have the different notes and then you use the notes app, right? I'm
aware of the notes app, yes.
Millions of notes in my notes app. And
what else would be there?
well, I mean, like I just have an absurd amount of like unfinished notes, most of which we should do an episode.
Drafts?
Yeah, drafts. We should do an episode.
Of what, like just random, like for this...
No, it's
for
usually
this
like,
moment or just in general?
Yes, but for this moment is what I was getting to. But in general, like I have an absurd amount of unfinished thoughts just in the notes app that we should do an episode where we just try to decipher what they all mean.
I feel like in life too.
What do you mean? Like
you'll start, I had to tell you something, but like you won't remember what it was.
Right.
So then you'll think of something but not finish. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
draft, like
a draft. I am a living notes draft.
IRL drafts.
Yes. Yeah, I am living
in real life.
Yes.
That's what I mean to say.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay.
So anyway, in my notes app, I have a note that is titled Relax that I have kept forever. And in it, narwhals has been like the first thing in there for months. I've been wanting to talk about this for so long.
Did you start this list like around Christmas time and it's because of the movie Elf? Because there's like a narwhal in that?
No.
I'm so confused.
It was a long time ago. It was because I was on TikTok maybe like 5 months ago, 4 months ago. Like it was months ago, a long time ago. And there was a video that was like narwhals like in the ocean or something. And I was like, wait a minute. You've got to be kidding me.
Can I ask a question?
This CGI?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Because now I am confused. Are narwhals like a real thing?
This is what
or
I'm
was
saying.
it invented like a unicorn for literature?
Are you being serious or are you making fun of me?
I'm asking you in all seriousness, like that's a real animal, right?
It is. But I never knew that. Did you know this? Or are you confused about it too?
I became insecure about my knowledge of this, but I feel like I should know because my great-great-great-grandfather was a whaling ship captain.
Flynn himself.
But I in that moment doubted, like, is this because I think of that scene from Elf and I'm like, is this a fictitious character?
Right.
That was invented.
Right.
Like a unicorn.
Right.
But there are narwhals.
Yes, but you knew this or you didn't?
I'm unsure.
See,
still,
they're real, love.
Like to this, they're extinct. Surely they're extinct.
I mean, I'm not a narwhal expert. I just know that I, as an adult woman in my 30s, was mind blown.
We haven't done this podcast in like 9 months and you're coming in hot with narwhals. Is your
love?
Interesting.
I am telling you, I've been just dying to talk to you about this. I cannot believe they're real. It is blowing my mind. I haven't talked to anybody about this since I've found this out. I thought they were like unicorns.
Right.
I did not think they were real animals. They're real animals.
And then you discover them to be real.
I Googled it because I was like, am I looking at AI? Is this like, what is this, CGI TikTok I'm watching of these like a whale unicorn whales? And so I Googled it and they're real. And I'm pretty sure from what I remember from many months ago, which isn't much because my memory sucks, but I think that the horn it's not a horn. It's technically a tooth. I think it's a huge tooth coming out their head. I'm pretty sure. I should have done more research before talking about this right now. I mean, but like, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not saying you claim to be the world's most authority on narwhals, but you're bringing it up, and it seems like you were pretty passionate about it, but yet still know almost like zero to nothing about, like, where do they live? What,
the ocean?
Okay. The Earth is a lot of ocean, like in particular.
Listen, now, oh my God, I still can't believe I can Google this and it pops up and it's a real picture of an actual animal. I can't believe you're not freaking out. I can't believe you're not screaming about this. No, I'm
not going to scream.
Is it? And also, I say narwhal, but is it a narwhale? Anyway, medium-sized toothed whale that lives year-round in Arctic waters around Greenland. Oh my God, I'm seeing a video of it. I'm going to vomit. I can't believe this is a real thing. I really can't believe it's real. Google it. There's got to be someone else in the universe that didn't think they were real. I cannot be the only one who did not think these things were real things.
Yeah. I was unsure.
They're not even endangered.
Okay.
They're not even endangered, love. Sorry to cut you off. I apologize.
No, not at all. What do they eat?
What do they eat?
Well, should we stop and watch a documentary on narwhals? That's what I'm saying.
Like, how come there isn't one?
We can.
How is this something? Like, I mean, am I just really dumb? Yes. But like, also, I can't believe they're real. Love, they're real animals. Okay. Look at them. That's real. These are real pictures. These aren't CGI. These are real photos.
Okay. Yeah, but
can you believe that's
real? They're more
real?
like seals. That's not it's a tooth. You're telling me it's a tooth.
Yes. I'm pretty sure it's a tooth. Yes.
Maybe technically, like medically.
Look at it. That's crazy. I can't believe that's a real thing.
Yeah. I'm really.
Anyway. Narwhals don't need to relax. My knowledge of narwhals needs to relax. Like my excitement for them needs to, don't
apologize. You're kind of like raising awareness.
Raising awareness of narwhals. Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe I'm the only one who needed to be aware. Maybe other people were aware, but I saw this TikTok and the caption was like, a rare video of narwhals playing in the ocean. And I was like, wait, how come the caption isn't like, oh my God, here is a video of a narwhal. Can you believe this actually exists?
Yeah. In my mind, I could only think of like illustrations from like children's books or like a book. And like I said, Elf, which I think that was stop motion claymation.
Yeah.
But in my mind, there's no like real life images of narwhals stored there. Yeah. Incredible love.
It made me doubt my own knowledge of animals in general. I'm like, do unicorns exist? And I thought they didn't.
Are there other animals that you think are real, but that aren't?
Well, I know that my sister thought dragons were real, like dinosaurs.
Oh, she did.
And
dragons or dinosaurs? I feel like those are not the same thing.
She thought that dragons lived and existed with the dinosaurs, like during dinosaur times.
Oh, okay.
Like she did not know dragons were not real until she became an adult, and she like was shocked by this fact. And I'm sure there's other things. I think I remember learning that like a platypus was real and being shocked by that. But I was much younger then.
Okay.
This is like, I'm an adult in my 30s and I'm just now discovering that narwhals are not an imaginary unicorn. They're real. Anyway, that was shocking to me and I've been desperate to talk to you about it. And I'm actually very disappointed that you don't care and are not excited.
I don't understand.
How are you not excited about this fact? I thought one of two things would happen. I thought either you would make fun of how stupid I am for not knowing that narwhals were real. Or I thought you would be just as shocked and excited as me.
I wasn't confident enough in my own knowledge of them to make fun of you. And I was semi-shocked because I could neither confirm. When you asked me that, I second guessed myself and I could not confirm or deny the existence of narwhals.
Well, it blew my mind and my mind is still blown. Will forever be blown that's a real thing.
What do they use it for?
What do they use narwhals for?
What do they use the 4-foot long spike on their head for? What's it for?
I was like, what? I don't know. I think
what else could it be?
I mean, as a narwhal expert, I would have to say, I would assume for like fighting, like, like didn't like
territorial disputes.
I'm making this up because I actually don't know.
Mating.
I hope not.
Like, no, like to like,
that would be a very uncomfortable
to like
experience.
Impress a mate.
It says it's a narwhal tusk. Most commonly found on males is actually an enlarged tooth with sensory capability and end up to 10 million nerve endings inside.
Okay. Didn't think we'd end up our first podcast back. I didn't think we'd talk about the nerve endings of narwhal
tusk
teeth.
It can grow up to 10 feet long.
Jeez.
I mean,
whoa.
I don't know what
Relax.
it's for.
Yeah. That's
essentially, this says essentially it's an inside out tooth.
What do you mean?
It's just a tooth. It's a tooth that's on the wrong side of the body.
Now you're alleging it's inside out?
That's what this website says. I mean, I don't know.
I think I have more. Here's the thing. You wanted a different reaction out of me. I think I have more questions than answers about narwhals at this point.
Same.
Well,
I'm just trying to figure out what it's for. It's softer on the outside and gets increasingly hard and dense on the inside. It's flexible. The end can bend around a foot in any direction.
I don't like it anymore. I don't like them anymore. I don't like that it's all nervy, nerve endy and like bendy. This is not what I wanted from like my narwhal tusk.
Just wild. Okay. Two narwhals crossing tusks are either dual or cleaning each other's teeth. Wait, hold on. I'm trying to figure out what they use it for. It's used primarily for hunting. They don't actually spear their food. In fact, they gave a quick and firm tusk tap to momentarily stun their prey. Usually fish, shrimp, or squid. You wanted to know what they eat, and then quickly suck them up. Is what this website says.
I'm not into them. I was totally on board with this whole narwhal conversation, but now you're telling me they just have this soft, bendy, lots of nerve endy tooth out of their head that they're just tapping things with
and then sucking them up.
Like, I think I'm a bit emasculated by narwhals.
All right. Well, who needs to relax for you, Lovey? Tell me.
How do you pivot?
We're pivoting. We're pivoting.
I was going to talk about a story that you told me.
Oh.
Whereas you were somewhere out of town where you were presented with a rental car and that you had to drive. I'm sorry. I still got this
narwhal tusk in your head. You're just thinking about narwhal tusk. Oh, geez, Louise, Lovey.
Where you were put in a situation where you had to drive this rental car, and you're telling me about how you were driving this rental car around a major city.
Yes.
And
San Francisco.
Casually was like, "Oh, what kind of car was it?" And I was blown away by the fact that you had no idea.
Not a clue. Couldn't tell you.
Not in the slightest. You'd been in this vehicle?
Well, I have a slight idea. I knew it wasn't a big car.
That's not what I mean.
Yeah.
But you were in this car for 3 days, driving it multiple different times.
I drove it once, but I was in it a lot.
And just like, and I'm not a car guy, but I'm aware of cars. And I don't have like a super interest in cars, but like a little bit because like, we're on this planet and there's this crazy invention where there's this thing that has 4 wheels and an engine or battery. I don't know. And like you can drive a car. It's crazy. That's a crazy invention for humankind.
Right.
So I'm like, I see these things and also we need them, where we live and with a family. Like I just have that much of an interest in cars. Wow. What a thing. None.
Zero.
To the point where you can drive this car around a major city like San Francisco and I can say like, oh, what kind of car was it? And you have no idea.
I don't know what kind of car we have.
None.
I don't know anything about cars.
It made me think about how like you've always had zero interest in cars and what they do, any type of car. It's like, it's not that like you don't know or don't care. Like what is it? Like
I literally do not care about cars even a little bit. Like I don't know different types of cars. Like people, when they talk about their dream car, that makes, I have literally no answer. Genuinely, there's no answer I could, like even us, when we're trying to talk about like what cars to have, like as a family or what our next car should be like, there is no part of me that understands or knows anything. I'm like, I don't know. I want one that fits my kids and is safe. Like past that, I don't know or care. But I truly have no idea what the car was that I drove. And when I said this, I was telling you a story and I was like, and I drove the car and you're like, what kind of car was it? I said, I don't know. And then I kept talking. You couldn't even focus on anything else. You were so shocked by the fact I couldn't tell you the color of the car. Mm-hmm. I know that I pushed a button to turn it on.
Oh, like that's interesting. And that narrows it down.
And that the like speedometer, is that what those are called? What tells you how fast you're going?
Speedometer, yes.
Is it spelled speedometer though? Like
pretty
speed?
Much, yeah.
Anyway, that thing was
it tells you the speed.
That thing was like digital-ish, and that was kind of freaking me out. It wasn't like an actual like little stick thingy that was moving.
Oh,
it was like digital.
So I don't feel like you've paid attention to speedometers for a long time.
Like ours doesn't have that, does it?
It does. They both do. Yeah.
No,
they do.
Well, it didn't look normal. It looked weird.
It has the like the dial old school, but like in the middle is like the
don't
digital
look at that.
display.
I'm talking about the old school is the only thing I ever look at. Do you look at the numbers when you're when you're driving?
Yes.
I look at the dial thingy.
Well, I mean,
anyway,
it's right there, and then I'm not like having to do math essentially.
Huh. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what kind of car it was. I have no idea. And I just know it wasn't a van. I remember not having to get up high into a car.
So button to start.
That's all I know.
Numbers for speedometer.
I think it was darkish.
Not a van.
I think it was like darkish. Blue or gray or black or green or something like that.
I'm glad I wasn't part of any vehicular crime around you.
Oh
and
no!
And police were like needing you to be a witness, and you're like, well, it wasn't a van. I think it had a speedometer, push button start, kind of darkish.
You have brought up one of my biggest fears.
Having to be a witness to a crime.
Literally, I have thought about this so many times.
Okay.
If I witness some sort of a crime that involves a car, or also describing a way a person looks, what they're wearing, I'm screwed. Like if something happens to me and then I have to go report the crime, if they go, what was he wearing? How tall was he?
You don't notice clothes either.
I don't notice clothes. I don't notice hair color. I don't notice any of it.
I had a jacket on the other day because it's been cold out. Mm-hmm. And I've had this jacket for 6 years. Almost as long as I've known you. Mm-hmm. And I was wearing the jacket and you go, was that a new jacket?
Right.
I'd probably worn it in front of you 100 times.
And you know why I did that? Because there are times when you have bought new jackets and I didn't listen. No, can I tell you, please listen. I haven't noticed, and you've been like, I got a new, and you have to tell me, and you're like, I got a new jacket. Like, do you like my jacket? I just got a new jacket.
I don't think I do that.
Well, you don't say it like weird. You're just like, oh, I got this new jacket. Do you like it? And I always feel bad that I didn't notice first. And so
because you're not celebrating my.
No, I just like, I don't fashion. Know. It's nice to like be like, oh, I like your new jacket. Like, I feel like it's something I should be doing, like, and be nice about. I don't know, but I just never noticed. So I was like, just thinking, I don't know why in that moment we were hanging out and I was thinking about that. I was like, oh, he's wearing a jacket. I bet that's a new one. I should ask about, I should say it looks good. So did you not
actually like the jacket?
No, I did like it. It looked really good on you, but I just never like noticed it before.
Yeah.
Anyway, then the only reason like this, I don't really, I'm very stressed that I'm going to be caught in some sort of crime situation where I'm a witness and I have to describe a person or a car and I will be screwed. Because I can't do it. Like I won't be able to tell you. I can't tell you. I don't think I know the color of my parents' cars. I don't think I know like my friends' cars. I don't know anyone. I don't know. One time recently, someone asked me what kind of car we have, and I didn't know.
I don't think you do.
I know. I don't know. And the next day, a friend drove me somewhere and dropped me off, and then afterwards, I went out to get back in his car. And
yeah, this was the other story. This is why this is my relax. You went somewhere with a friend and then you came out of a store and this person was like, I'm in the car in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And you had to then call them and say, I don't know.
I didn't call because I was embarrassed. I just like walked around the parking lot looking for them in the car.
For a person in a car?
Uh-huh. And it was a small car.
Uh-huh. But what do you mean by small car? Like
not a van or an SUV.
Like a 2-door sedan?
Not a 2-door. That would be a very tiny car.
4-door. That'd be a...
it was I think it has 4 doors.
Okay.
I don't think many cars only have 2 doors these days.
Some do.
Anyway,
2-door cars
I didn't know what his car was. And I have been in his car many times, and I've seen his car many times, and I had no idea which car was his. Right. Not a clue. I had to walk
color,
the whole car. No, not nothing. Had not a clue.
Can I play a little game with you?
Of course.
So cars, for the, I can't think of one that doesn't, usually have like a logo, an emblem, let's say. Like a, I wish they still had hood ornaments, but like mostly it's just like an emblem in the front. So I would like to show you.
I think I'll be good at this.
Major motor vehicle emblems for like these big car companies and see if you know. I'm going to try and find ones that don't explicitly say the name, you know, that it's just like an image or a letter maybe, and see if you can tell me what the car brand is.
I think I'll be good at this.
Okay. So here's a very famous car emblem. Okay. We'll put it on the screen. What car brand do you think that is?
It's either a Mercedes or a Rolls Royce.
It's not either of those.
Dang it. I was pretty confident it was a Rolls Royce.
It starts with a C.
Collaboration. A Caliber. Is there something about a Caliber that's a car? C. I can't think
Caliber.
of it. I don't know. It's
like
not
Excalibur?
It's like, like Excalibur. That's a hotel.
Carburetor? Is that what you're meaning to say?
No. C.
No.
Cadillac.
It is. Yes.
See?
You knew that one totally.
I'm good at this.
Okay. Let's look for the next one. This one is an animal. A leaping.
Jaguar.
Sorry?
It's a Jaguar.
Say it again.
Jaguar. Oh no.
Oh, dang it. Jaguar?
Wait, do I say it is spelled Jaguar. Because it's a UAR, isn't it? Jaguar. But that sounds weird. I've always said Jaguar. Oh no, that's not right, is it? That's really not right. Know. Wait, I kind of need to look it up. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
But like that's,
I understand.
I definitely am saying it wrong.
Now being that this is how your brain works, and now you must look that up. And we'll pause my very exciting game.
No, but like,
so you can look up the pronunciation of
I just can't believe
Jaguar.
I've been saying it wrong my whole life.
We are looking at how to pronounce this name.
Oh my God.
The name of this animal. This is also a British car brand manufacturer. In British English, it is said as Jaguar.
Oh, come on.
So helpful. Colleen. Why would you trust that guy? I mean,
dang it. Okay, hold on.
I love his accent, but that doesn't help. That helps us.
I need to find one. I need to find one that says it. Oh God, I don't want it again.
It's a completely different pronunciation.
Jaguar.
Oh, yeah, I'm saying it wrong.
Is this like? You could hear it either way.
Yanny and Laurel, whatever that
was.
Yeah. I'm saying it wrong. It's 100% me. I'm the problem. It's Jaguar, but I will never say it like that.
You knew that one?
I did.
Okay, next.
Mazda.
Whoa.
I'm a visual learner.
Love cars.
I'm a visual learner.
You know that one.
Honda. It's an H. That's helpful. GMC.
This one in the middle.
Oh. Love ya.
You know
Lexus.
What it is.
That's a Lexus.
Yeah. Love ya.
See, I know them. There's the rings, the
what's
Olympics.
The rings? Yeah, what's the Olympic rings?
It's Mercedes. Isn't it? Is it not?
What?
It's a fancy car.
Oh
Is it a Mercedes?
Can't. What's that? Yeah, what's that?
I think it's a Mercedes, right? It's really not?
No.
It's the Olympics.
It's 4 rings interlocked.
Is that...
Starts with an A.
An A?
Uh-huh.
There's a car that starts with an A?
Didn't we just have one that started with an A? Am I crazy? No.
Is there a car called an Audi?
Yes.
Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I thought that was a Mercedes one.
You thought Mercedes and Audi were the same thing?
No, I thought Mercedes was
looks. It looks more like like a peace sign almost. It looks like that.
Oh, I never would have guessed that.
For the most part, a lot of them just say the name. What this horsey? Do you know what the horsey is?
I probably would have said Mercedes for that one.
For the horse?
But now I know what Mercedes is.
It's a running horse.
A running horse?
Yeah, it's a very iconic car.
Chevy?
No.
What is it?
A Ford?
Bronco?
No. I mean, no.
Wait, but Ford is a different thing.
Yes. But Ford makes this car with the horsey.
They have 2 logos?
Sometimes, I guess.
I think they should just call it the Ford Horsey. What is it? I don't know, actually.
Mustang.
Oh, I forgot about that kind of car. Yeah, I don't think I know any of them. I did pretty good, honestly. Right? Like, don't you think I did pretty good?
I feel like what's this one?
Kia.
just straight up says Kia.
Well, you know what though? I'm glad you came up with that game, Lovey, because we no longer will be able to play, like, Colleen doesn't know anything about football games.
That's true.
Because now I'm a football expert.
You are.
That's a big change. So obviously a lot has happened since the last time we podcasted.
Uh-huh.
And one thing we need to settle first and foremost is the fruit salad debate. That is what everyone wants to know about.
Who?
Just everybody. Everyone wants to. We left on a cliffhanger. We were going to finish off the fruit salad debate, and we'll get into that.
Like 3 hours of talking and arguing about what's in fruit salads.
Well, we won't argue
enough.
But we need to settle that fruit salad debate. That is what everyone wants to hear about and know about. Yeah. So we're going to do that. But I do love sports now.
Yes.
And which one should we get into first? Fruit or football? What do you think, Lovey?
Whichever one you want, love.
I mean, I don't know. They're both such riveting topics. But I do love maybe football.
I know. Yeah, you brought them both up at the same time.
Well, because I love football now.
Yes.
I do. Mm-hmm. So that's a big difference, because in the old version of Relax from way back in the day, it was a big running joke that I didn't know anything about football and I was an idiot with football. And
now you know everything.
Well, I wouldn't quite say everything, but I do love football now. Because Erik and I went to a Lions game.
Yeah,
that was my birthday present to you. I'm a huge Detroit
Lions fan, and they happen to be playing in town against the Los Angeles Chargers. And for my birthday, you got me 2 tickets to the Lions game, and I was so excited. I was like, "Who am I going to take?" And you're like, "Well, you're taking me."
That is not what happened. You said you wanted to go in the.
I really wanted to go with you. I thought that you would think it was fun. Mm-hmm. And I think you were dreading it. I think
I wasn't dreading it, but
you didn't think it was going to be fun.
No, I didn't.
Certainly to the level of what you experienced in SoFi Stadium, you were out of your mind.
It's so much fun.
You were standing, screaming,
high-fiving strangers.
I should say, even though it was an away game, it was like 50-50 Lions fans to Chargers, and we were mostly sitting with Lions, and we were all. It was a great game.
It was.
It was like a shootout, both teams scoring in the 40s, and then the Lions won on a last-second field goal. Mm-hmm. But the whole time, you were just standing, screaming.
I was yelling at you to get up.
You were like, "Get up!" to me at one point, because I was just like, I was like so nervous.
I remember at one point saying, "Get up! Stressed. They need us."
Yeah. There was like a goal line stand that was like 8 plays of like penalties and the Lions like holding them, and you were like this, like you were. It was unbelievable. It was like I had never been more attracted to you. It was like so great. And you had different names for like the player positions that like you didn't call a quarterback, you called it sneaky B.
I didn't say sneaky B. I said the bad word.
The B word.
The B word.
You go, who? You were like asking me. It was so loud in there. Everyone's screaming. I think I lost my voice, and I couldn't hear you, even though you're sitting right next to me. But you had so many lovely questions, and like about the game, which is a very complicated game to somebody who, to explain it to an alien would take a long time because there's lots of rules. But like also about the positions that these players play and what the position is called, and one obviously prominent position is the quarterback, and so it's a quarterback. And you're like, no, he's the sneaky bitch. Mm-hmm.
That was my nickname.
And
for
you
him.
said that because of what they call play action passes, where like the quarterback looks like he's going to hand it off to the running back, but instead he kind of like does that and then passes it. But you love that.
He was like a magician
aspect of it.
That game in particular, he was like a little magician wizard. I was like,
what's his name?
I don't know his name. I just know his nickname. But I will say that I wasn't dreading the game. I said to you when I gave you the gift and you said you wanted to go with me, I said,
you're like, I'll be no fun.
No, yeah. I was like, I want you to have fun. I don't want to ruin this experience for you. And I don't know anything about football. And I really want you to have a blast. And you were like, no, I want you to go. I think it'd be fun. Like, I want to go with you. And I wasn't dreading it. I just was nervous I wouldn't understand it. And like, I didn't want to make it not fun for you. I wanted it to be fun for you. So I was just more like nervous that I would somehow spoil the fun for you. So I went into it going like, I'm not going to have any fun. I went into it going like, I want to have the best attitude and try my hardest to understand this and be like, so like have so much fun because this was so important and exciting to you. It
didn't seem false. It seemed like you were genuinely.
I was so genuine. It wasn't false at all. I genuinely wanted it to be a fun, wonderful day and time for you. So like,
no, but I'm saying it wasn't like you were. It didn't seem to me like you were as enthused as you were like for me, for my benefit. It seemed like you genuinely were.
Oh, I was. Yeah, no, I was. But I'm saying like I went into it thinking like, this is not like my head was like, you're not going to understand any of this. This is not your idea of a fun afternoon, but like you need to put all that aside and like have the best day ever for Erik because this is fun and important to him. Yeah. And so I'm not saying that that's how like my fun was fake. I'm saying that that's how I went. That was the mindset I went into it with. I wanted to like go into it with like the best attitude and like try to have the most fun possible. And I tried to I honestly was not asking you as many questions as I want to. In fact, I was texting like my cousin, like, hey, what does this mean? Like, cause I was like, felt like I didn't want to annoy you and like bother you with the questions, but I had so much fun because it made me realize that like football is just, it can be you guys are going to be shocked when you hear me say this. Football can be
something about Taylor Swift.
No, it can be such a beautiful thing. Like it was beautiful. Yeah. Like I was like emotional leaving the game because to see
how much it meant to so many people in a group and like the camaraderie. And
it was beautiful. Like I genuinely like loved it. Like I was like, oh my gosh, all these people from all over the world coming together because they're all passionately excited about the same thing. And they have this one thing in common. We're all so different, all different people from all different walks of life. But all these people have a shared passion and excitement over a team that they're all going to root for together and be excited for together and cheer for together and be sad together if they don't win. And like, it was just, and like, I don't know. It was just like, I was brought to almost tears of how beautiful the experience was.
Yeah. It's only my second time being able to see them in person. And it was really, I've been watching them since I was a little kid. And it was great. And yeah, we were high-fiving strangers around us the whole time. And then I remember then they won in that last second field goal. And then we were about to leave, but we're like sitting there for a while. And then I was like, when we were leaving, like, oh, we should go to the bathroom. And then I was like waiting in line at the bathroom for the urinal. And just with like 20 plus people and they're all just screaming, singing, Let's Go Lions, chanting. Mm-hmm. It was just the most beautiful urinal waiting experience I've ever had.
Well, I love that story.
I could have cried.
But I think we're in a, not to get all like weirdo about it, but like we're in a society where like men oftentimes are told to suppress their feelings, like generally in our society here in America. And like, there's not many things that men are like, quote unquote, allowed to be excited and passionate and like whatever about, I feel like a lot of times that's muffled which I think is stupid. I think anyone of any gender should be allowed to celebrate and love whatever they want to love. But it was like, it just felt like a safe space for like all of these men and women, of course, but there was majority men, like, to be excited and scream and be passionate and dramatic and like ridiculous and like dress up in the same costumes and like be like, oh my God, bestie, like we're matching.
All wearing our costumes.
Like it's like, I don't know, it's just so cute. I like loved it. And then I don't know, I thought it was so great. And a friend of mine who loves football, but also loves theater and musical theater. I messaged him and because he's like, what are you doing at a football game? What is going on? And I was like, oh my God, it's so fun. And he's like, this is what I've been trying to tell you. This is what I try to tell all my theater friends. Like, it's theater. Football is theater, but it's live. So there's no script that tells you the ending. So it's as wonderful as theater, except it's a surprise ending. And like, I thought that was a great way to put it. I loved it, guys. I love football.
Well, I mean, when we're recording this, it is mere days from the playoffs.
I know, and the Lions are in the playoffs.
Which they haven't been in since 2016. And they haven't had a home playoff game in their new stadium ever. But the last time they had one was when they had an old stadium, and it was 1993. Over 30 years. Time. What do you think?
I think you're very nervous and you're probably going to have diarrhea.
I don't know.
Not to come back on the podcast with a poop thing, but like
I don't know how I'm going to be functional, and just I don't know how I'm even going to be able to watch to like look at it. And they're playing Rachel's favorite team.
Mm-hmm. The Rams.
Is she gonna come over?
Is that right? It is the Rams, right?
And are you aware of all like speaking of like theater, are you aware of all the drama?
Because you've been telling me about it. There's drama involved.
Well, yeah, the Lions quarterback that was like their quarterback for 11, like for 12 seasons, I think. Like
they're sneaky. They're sneaky bitch.
They're sneaky bitch. Was traded to the Rams.
I know, and they played in this
very
Super Bowl.
dramatic like way that I'm not going to get into. And so now we have their sneaky bitch.
I know.
For the last 3 years. And they're facing off against each other.
I know. The drama of it all.
It's
your team and my sister's team.
It's
big drama.
What do you think? What you got a prediction?
My prediction is I'm going to try my hardest to just be supportive and loving to you that day because you're going to be very stressed. But I don't have a prediction. I mean, I kind of do, but I'm not going to say it out loud.
Okay.
I don't want to like. I don't know. I don't want to put anything into the universe. Yeah. I don't want to like.
I'm not big on like predictions either. I don't have that.
I don't think I'm going to.
I don't think people were coming to this podcast to be like, oh, I need to hear
Colleen's
prediction on the Lions Rams playoff game. But I will say, just to wrap that story up, it was just a nice. It's just a nice. There's so much going on in life, and it's like a nice and fun distraction to care about that, and I've made so many friends that way. When me and my like friends that are still friends to this day, like I'm talking like 4th grade, and we would talk about sports and trade sports cards. It was very nice to like think about that, and the Lions be like, having a great year, and for you to take me to a game and enjoy it. And I think genuinely, yeah. It was just so awesome, and something I'll never forget.
Me too.
For all of time.
It was so fun.
Yeah, I'm rooting for him, man. That'd be pretty cool.
Me too.
Yeah, what a fun thing to do with you.
It was so fun.
I never thought would be a thing.
I didn't either, honestly.
With us.
But I pulled out my phone, by the way, not because I was like looking at text, but I was pulling up what I had written about the Lions right after the football game. I was like, I wanted to see what I had written down in case we podcasted shortly after. I was like, oh, I need to like.
Sure.
So I put sport notes. I don't know what these are.
Sport notes.
They might not make any sense. I wrote, ready, set, go. No warning before they play. Because
what do you mean?
I guess this is something that bothered me watching it, was that like I felt like I would miss plays because it would be like they would pause, they'd be like take a timeout or whatever, but there was no like, okay, on your mark, it's like go, like there was no like
in this game there wasn't a lot of like punting, but also we were a little bit late, so we missed.
No, not like the game starting. Anytime they stop, because in football they stop and start every 5 seconds,
right?
So like they would stop to like talk or something. And if you like, if I turned to you to say something to you or
in person, it goes by way faster. I was like,
whoa, they started. What just happened? Like I would miss things because no one was like, okay, we're starting again. Ready, set, go. Like I just wanted someone to say that.
Even halftime, we like went out to get like a snack, and then all of a sudden it was starting again.
So that was like hard for me that there was no like warnings whenever they stopped and started.
You wanted more.
I wanted someone to go, okay, we're starting again. Okay. Like I wanted like, okay, we're taking a timeout. And then they take a timeout and talk like, okay,
communication.
Get ready. Here we're starting. Look at the field, like something like that.
Yeah, no.
And then I wrote flag rules are a scam. It was bad that game.
Flag rules are a scam.
There's like rules. Okay, for anyone who doesn't know anything about
flag rules.
If anyone out there does not know anything about football, which I know I say I love football, but like I still don't know anything about it, but I did have fun in it. Flag rules blew my mind just as much as narwhals do. Like they literally just penalties. They make them up, I think. Like they'll just be like, because I think this should be and because there's sometimes I was like, if
anyone saw the Lions Cowboys game, they certainly do make them up.
Right. But I feel like there were so many times I was like, why did they throw the flag? Why was there a penalty? And there wasn't an answer. It was just because like he did. Like it was like because he felt like it. Like, or like they would do a play that was like really good and like then all of a sudden they'd throw a flag and they'd be like, wait, what? Like there was like, they're like complicated.
It's very strange. It's not like with baseball, they have like this like the strike zone that they can show, like that they, can do with like a camera setup that's like, by computers or whatever. It's subjective. These people
it's weird.
These people are human. Also, like NFL refs none of them, they're not full-time employees. They all have like other jobs, and then they do, it's like a whole, I don't know. Don't get me started on being a Lions fan and flag rules. Is that what you called it?
Flag rules are a scam, is what I wrote down.
Definitely a scam.
And the last thing I wrote down was sneaky bitch and toots magoots, because that was what I named the guy who squats down and punts. Is that the word for it when you throw the ball underneath your butt?
Hike.
A hike?
Yeah.
What's a punt?
Punt's when you kick it.
Oh, I don't know. So when you hike the ball. Oh, is that why they say hike?
I love our in-depth sports analysis.
Anyway,
here at Relax, it's what we're known for.
I called him Toots Magoots because he tooted out the ball.
Yeah, it's kind of kind of an awkward.
Squat it down and then toot out the ball.
Do you know how they do that?
They throw it? What do you mean?
You know how like the quarterback and the player's position is called the center, the guy that hikes him the ball. Do you know how that works?
I don't think I understand the question. Like I objectively like understand how someone like has a ball and throws it under their legs.
No, but,
what do you mean?
But do you know like how, like when they're in this position before he hikes it, do you know what it is?
A ball? Wait, I really truly don't understand. Would you mind if I
demonstrate on you?
Yeah, but I just don't understand your question though.
Well, you're going to be the center and I'm going to be the quarterback. Okay. Trust me, this is good.
Okay, Erik just had me he moved the chairs and everything. He was like, hey, we're going to demonstrate like what it is
how a center hikes a ball to a quarterback.
The positions we had to be in for that, just I feel like could have gotten the video flagged. So I was like, we're not doing this. But I didn't know that he like...
It's sports.
Well, sports could get us, in trouble on the internet. So we're not going to do that. But that's fascinating. And we're done talking about football now. I am. We're done talking about football now.
Well, that was nice.
I have this long note in my phone that is just so full of things I wanted to talk about today. And we didn't get to any of them because it was just too fun to talk about football of all things. But we do need to finish this fruit salad debate before we go. So the last episode that we recorded and put on the internet was about the fruit salad debate, which is...
What was the cliffhanger?
The cliffhanger is that I said that the majority of fruit salads out in the world have cantaloupe and honeydew in them. Mm-hmm. And you said they do not. You said that the majority of fruit salads...
It's not what I said, but I don't want to get into it again. What I said was I'd been ordering and seen fruit salads because it's something you get for like a child. And we have several. And that when they would come, they would be predominantly grapes, blueberries, and strawberries.
Yeah. And I was saying that's like a fancy pants. That's what? Predominantly?
Yeah. I say it weird.
I think that's correct. You didn't say it weirder than I say Jaguar. But yeah, and I remember, I mean, it was a long time ago. I haven't reviewed the last episode, but I'm pretty sure I was like, you're going to fancy places. That's a fancy fruit salad. If you go to regular places, it's just honeydew and cantaloupe.
Well, I think honeydew and cantaloupe are more seasonal as a fruit.
And I think you are, that could be true, but I also think... This is not an
agriculture podcast. It's a sports car podcast.
But the people want to know what you think about it now. Like in a fruit salad, if you were to order a fruit salad, the majority of restaurants in America, if you were to say, I'd like a fruit salad.
If I wanted to speak stereotypically, fine.
Fine what?
I have to say it.
Well, you have to say what? I don't know.
Say in a sentence, fruit salads, fine.
They're fine.
Have a honeydew melon and cantaloupe. Sure.
See, my argument was, I think that like, that's the majority of what you receive in one. And
I think I'll let you have that one.
You'll let me have it because it's true. Or you'll let me have it because you don't want to talk about it anymore.
No, it's
been a long time since we talked about this.
It's just like, it's not the hill I want to die on. It's not like, I'm not like fighting for fruit salad.
I'm not either.
Awareness.
I'm not fighting for that either.
Advocating for fruit salads to not have honey. I think honeydew melon is fine. I think cantaloupe is fine. I don't like the taste you get in your mouth after cantaloupe, but like it's fine. You know what I mean? And if I were to order a fruit salad, I don't know why I would, but if I did and it had those melons in it, it'd be fine. So I think it's fine.
Yeah. See, I'm not trying to like advocate for fruit salads with honeydew and melon. I actually would like to do the opposite. My thing is like, I advocate for the truth, you know? So that's why I'm like, well, no.
But I'm just saying in Southern California, if you go to like
bougie places.
No, if you go to like a brunch.
A bougie brunch.
No, I'm talking like IHOP, Denny's.
I feel like those would like only be
side fruit salad.
Is honeydew and cantaloupe.
I just think it's strawberries, blueberries.
Not a chance. Maybe half a strawberry with like some of the leaves still cut on it and a couple soggy bloobs. But like, there's no way.
What else could be in a fruit salad?
It's cantaloupe and honeydew. Sometimes a watermelon if you're lucky, but it just tastes like a cantaloupe.
I've never seen watermelon in it.
I've seen it.
I think it's its own thing.
A couple strawberries maybe. Maybe some soggy grapes.
Grapes. Oh, that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe blueberries, but not usually.
Yeah, soggy grapes.
I feel like it's usually like honeydew and cantaloupe and a strawberry and a soggy grape.
Do you order fruit salad? Why is this so important? Why was it so important? Do you order fruit salads?
It's not that it's important. It's that you said that there was a honeydew cantaloupe shortage because you were ordering fruit salads and there was no honeydew and cantaloupe. And I was shocked because it's usually only that. And I'm furious when a fruit salad is only that. That's what it was.
It's fine. I don't think there should be fruit salads.
I love fruit salads. It was like all I craved when I was pregnant.
That's okay.
Do you remember that?
I do. I do very much. I was responsible for collecting those fruit salads.
I also just lied because it wasn't all that I craved. I mostly only craved In-N-Out, but like
I did get you a lot of fruit salads.
I love fruit
during
salad
that period of time. But yeah, I don't.
Oh, one of the cameras just passed away.
I don't.
You know what was weird is that I was like, I can't say died. It was like, you know, on some apps you're supposed to say unalived. But like my brain couldn't remember unalived. So it said it passed away, which is worse than saying it died. But my camera, Erik's personal camera just unalived, the battery unalived, which maybe is our cue to like be over with this episode.
I'll just end with this. Like I can almost pretty much guarantee for the rest of my life that I will never want or order a fruit salad.
Well, maybe we will next week because I think we said we are going to like settle this.
Oh.
And I don't know that we ever did.
Terrifying me.
What?
Well, because you're just like, I crave them when I'm pregnant.
Oh, please.
What is I'm pregnant? And you go, well, maybe you'll need one next.
No. What if that's how I told you? What if I was pregnant and that's how I told you? That's how I announced it to the internet and to you was like on our Relax the podcast about fruit
let's
salad.
Let's definitely get rid of fruit salads.
Anyway, we're glad to be back talking about nonsense. I
had so much fun. I missed this like focused time to just sit and get to stare at your pretty eyes and talk to you.
Yeah, I missed it too. I love you so much. You're the best ever.
I'm really happy.
Me too. And we'll see you next week, or I guess you'll see us or you'll hear us because
who are you talking to?
Erik's camera's unalived. So, all right, bye.
You can relax. That's the name of our podcast.